According to new court filings, Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, is the subject of multiple criminal probes. Hunter Biden is the subject of multiple criminal investigations related to fraud, money laundering, and a counterfeiting scheme. It's claimed in court documents filed this Monday. The second article from today talking about the same documents filed on these accusations against Hunter Biden and a $156 million Ukraine money laundering scheme. Monday's notice of fraud and counterfeiting and production of evidence alleges that Hunter Biden and his associates Devin Archer and John Kerry Stepson, Christopher Hines, engaged in a money laundering scheme which accumulated over $156 million between March 2014 and December 2015. According to the document, Biden, Archer, and Hines became directors of consulting firm Rosemont Seneca Bohai in order to conceal their family members' ownership, establishing financial accounts at Morgan Stanley and China Bank, the latter of which was used in a money laundering scheme. These multiple criminal investigations were discussed in court documents filed Monday in Hunter Biden's Arkansas paternity case. A DNA test had recently revealed that Hunter Biden had fathered a son with an Arkansas woman who was a former Washington, D.C. stripper who went by the name of Dallas. Hunter Biden had been avoiding trying to make support payments, and it's possible that more of Biden's financial records could be made public as a result of this case. They say that one of these purported investigations relates to Burisma Holdings, the Ukrainian energy company with which Biden held a lucrative board post while his father, Joe Biden, was vice president, drawing allegations of impropriety from Republicans, including President Trump. Biden and a group of business associates, quote, established bank and financial accounts with Morgan Stanley for Burisma Holdings Limited for the money laundering scheme. D&A claims, further alleging that the accounts showed an average account value of nearly $6.8 million between March 2014 and December 2015. Biden and the others, including Devin Archer, John Galanis, and Bevan Cooney, allegedly, quote, utilized a counterfeiting scheme to conceal the Morgan Stanley average account value, DNA claims in the papers filed at the Circuit Court of Independence County, Arkansas. So this is one of the ways that Biden and these others tried to cover up the scheme. Now, when mentioning this Ukraine scandal against the Biden, in previous videos on this channel, we brought up this picture that was shared by President Trump and actually removed by Twitter. Twitter said they removed the photo for copyright reasons, but people questioned the selective enforcement of these rules that it looks like just so happened to favor Joe Biden. Twitter removed this photo showing Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and Devin Archer golfing. Twitter removed the photo, then Donald Trump Jr. and others kept sharing the photo, asking, not sure why Twitter would not want you to look at this photograph. Of course, that photo with Biden and his son Hunter is just one of the pieces of evidence that directly contradicts Joe Biden's claim that he never talked to his son Hunter about his overseas business dealings. The filing additionally alleges that Biden had a hand in a plot including Galanis, Cooney, and Archer to rip off Sioux Native Americans to the tune of $60 million through the shady sale of tribal bonds. Galanis, Archer, and Cooney were found guilty for their roles in June 2018 following a lengthy trial in Manhattan federal court. In November, Archer's conviction was overturned by a Manhattan federal judge. Biden, quote, did drum up business for the scheme, D&A claims in its filing without elaborating. The 3-page document does not name the agencies behind the purported criminal probes of Biden in either case. The filing also says that family members of defendant Robert Hunter Biden, Devon Archer, and John Kerry, stepson Christopher Hines are business partners of Serhiy Lutsenko and Mykola Zlochevsky in the Ukraine and are currently under investigation for their part in the counterfeiting scheme. Of note, this article points out Lutsenko is a former Ukrainian parliamentarian who made headlines in August of 2016 for helping to leak the so-called Black Ledger that resulted in the firing of then-Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort, the supposedly debunked Ukraine meddling detailed in a November 2017 Politico article, notably following an outreach to the Ukrainian embassy by Democrat operative Alexandra Chalupa. Artem Sitnik, Ukraine's director of the National Anti-Corruption Bureau of Ukraine, and Lutsenko released the Black Ledger containing off-book payments to Manafort. In December of 2018, a Ukrainian court ruled that Sitnik and Lutsenko, quote, acted illegally by releasing Manafort's name, a conviction which was later overturned on a technicality. There's a copy here of this new court document, Notice of Fraud and Counterfeiting and Production of Evidence. They do name Devon Archer, Bevan Cooney. You can see here also they add that witnesses and co-defendants provided evidence showing the defendant Robert Hunter Biden's association, and he did drum up business for the scheme. Also, defendants Robert Hunter Biden, Devon Archer, and John Kerry, stepson Christopher Hines, are named directors of Rosemont Seneca Bohai, court filing points out, located in the offices of the Hines family. So John Kerry's stepson's name continues to be brought up in this case. Going back to August, as the scandal was escalating, they were talking more about the links to John Kerry with the Ukraine scandal. Very interesting that John Kerry's stepson's name coming up again in these new court documents. But this article from August talked more about the links with John Kerry's stepson rushing to play damage control at the State Department after his business partner Hunter Biden cut a deal with an oligarch-owned Ukrainian gas company in 2014. An email released to the Washington Examiner shows that Biden's decision to join the board of Ukraine's Burisma Holdings sparked immediate concern within his inner circle about the political optics. Biden's father, Joe, now seeking the 2020 Democrat Party nomination, was then vice president and overseeing the Obama administration's Ukraine policy. At the time, Hunter Biden, now 49 years old, and Christopher Hines, the stepson of then Secretary of State John Kerry, co-owned Rosemont Seneca Partners, a $2.4 billion private equity firm. Hines' college roommate, Devon Archer, was managing partner in the firm. In the spring of 2014, Biden and Archer joined the board of Burisma Holdings, Ukrainian gas company that was at the center of a UK money laundering probe. Over the next year, Burisma reportedly paid Biden and Archer's companies over $3 million. Hours after the Biden's board appointment went public on May 13, 2014, Hines emailed Matt Summers and David Wade, two of his stepfather's top aides at the State Department. Quote here reads, apparently, Devon and Hunter both joined the board of Burisma and a press release went out today, wrote Hines. I can't speak why they decided to, but there was no investment by our firm in the company. They add that this email raises questions about why Hines was in touch with the State Department about Biden's business dealings. Quote, "This email raises a lot of questions. Why would Chris Hines distance himself from Hunter Biden's decision to join Burisma's board in an email to John Kerry's senior staff at the State Department? It's time for Joe Biden to answer questions about his family's that congressional oversight." Please tell me what you think about this latest update. Hunter Biden, the subject of multiple criminal probes according to these new court filings. I will continue to look for any other big updates, any other info. I will follow up here. If you could give this video a thumbs up, that's greatly appreciated. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Thanks again, everybody that has been sharing this channel and sharing these videos to help spread the info. Again, in the video description are links to my Patreon and PayPal accounts where you can support the channel directly. Even a couple dollars makes a huge difference, helps me keep talking about these issues. Patreon.com/realityreader and PayPal.me/realityreader. I will follow up soon. Thanks again.